And we can start off with running back. I think the interesting thing and the decision point a lot of people are going to have to make on this slate is which of the mid 6K running backs are you going to be playing in your lineups? Because a lot of them are projecting well. A lot of them figure to be heavily owned. We've got Najee Harris at 6,300. We've got Zeke at 62, the lowest price he's ever been on Draftkings. David Montgomery and Chris Carson, both at 6,100, figure to have a decent amount of ownership. How are you sorting through all of these players in that range?
Yeah, there's a lot of running backs in play in that mid 6K range that you mentioned. I think Najee Harris stands out to me, and I think he will come with decent ownership. You know, he's a running back that played 100% of the snaps, which is unheard of in this day and age in football. He was number 5 in routes run out of running backs with 22 routes run. Although he only had 3 targets for a 9% target share, I think that goes up as he gets more accustomed to the NFL. Obviously, with Najee Harris, it's all about whether he can be efficient or not behind that terrible Steelers offensive line. But I think it's a solid matchup for him at home against Las Vegas as a home favorite. So I like Najee. I like Zeke, who, I think might come with some ownership. I didn't think he would, but it's looking like he might get ownership in this spot, and he's 6,200. And I think his role is just way too good to not play him at that price tag. Cheapest he's ever been on DraftKings. So,
yeah, I mean, I was hoping for him to be solid leverage off of the passing games in this Chargers-Dallas game. It doesn't look like he's going to be a sneaky play, but just because of the amount of other players in this range, we also didn't mention Darrell Henderson, who had a great snap rate. I think it was above 93. Yeah, 94.
94% for Darrell Henderson. Number 2 in the NFL behind Najee.
Yeah, so, at 5,700, he's going to be a very popular option. So I don't think that Zeke is going to be stone chalk, especially considering the game environment. I think that you can definitely still go there in tournaments. I think he's in consideration for cash. But, man, gone are the days where people just would look at the game logs and then, fade players who did poorly. Najee Harris coming in as one of the highest owned running backs after putting up 5.9 DraftKings points last week is a little bit shocking to me. I was hoping again that we'd be able to get a little bit of recency bias discount on that, but that doesn't look like it's going to be the case either.
Yeah, unfortunate because when I first opened the salaries for week 2, he's the guy that kind of stood out to me at the running back spot. Just way too cheap, I think, for his role in that offense, as they're not going to play another running back, and I think that's very valuable that he's never going to come off of the field at 6,300. So looks like he might be one of the highest owned players on the slate. And Darrell Henderson, I think, is a great play as well. He's 5,700. Like you said, played 90+% of the snaps. And then Chris Carson, I think, could have some ownership at 6,100. At home against Tennessee, it's a solid matchup for him. Rashad Penny got hurt again. Go figure. So Chris Carson is the guy. And he also had a decent snap rate last week. He played 78% of the snaps, which was top 6 in the NFL for the running back position. And this is a guy that's going to be heavily utilized in that Seahawks offense as the RB1. So I don't mind going to Carson either. And, he'll probably give you 3 to 4 catches, I think.